Nita.
What's happening, YouTube?
Hey.
We got the fresh crew in the building. We got Moochella. We got Nita the Diva. Nita, I'll start with you. How you doing tonight, Nita?
I'm doing great. I'm cramming for my midterms, so I'm just kind of focused on that. But I told everybody I'm going to be here for the live show because we got things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, look, you know we got your back now. You got to step away for a day. You know your seat is firmly supplanted forever. You one of the forever plants in this chair. You, Moochie, Jay, Big Homie Larry, B. Avery, y'all is firmly supplanted. Don't worry about it, Miss K. Y'all all got a seat. Moochella. Now this is when y'all know somebody has arrived in YouTube. The hair and the makeup match. Moochella done went and got that Fenty makeup that my girl Rihanna be pushing. What's going on, Moochie?
Hey,
Hi.
Now, Moochie,
thank you.
I'm telling
you,
Moochie,
I do a little something different today.
I like it.
Moochie, you
Look,
know you
everybody
got
was putting
groupies.
something on their lips with the Dahlia.
Right.
I do my little Dahlia thing.
This ain't Dahlia, this is Alia. I'll keep your lips moisturized. That's what this is right here. Moochie, you know you got some groupies now, Moochie. We got people that be hitting me up. Is Moochie single? I love her voice. Her voice can rock me to sleep. I said, oh, snap now. Oh, yeah. Mooch, what's up, Mooch? I got people wanting to know what's your status. Tell me what is your, so I can give them a reply.
Hey, I'm single.
Okay.
You're ready to
So from now on, when y'all hit me,
but I'm single.
When y'all hit me up, I'm gonna say, go to her channel, leave her a message. She's single, she damn near ready to mingle, and if you think she's entertaining up here, I can only imagine what she'll say when the cameras ain't rolling.
Oh boy, don't be tooting my horn like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, to balance out all this feminine power on this screen, I got to get my homie from Detroit. It's the good brother T-Stream. What's going on, T-Stream?
What's up? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Ow.
Get me in this screen, right?
I can't, man. Y'all, here we go. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. Shout out to all 102 people in under 3 minutes. My goodness, they love y'all, man. They love y'all. Like,
hell
subscribe.
No, I ain't going through this today.
Oh boy,
what happened?
He got that Dahlia internet.
Oh
boy, it's so fast. He looked like he in warp speed. Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and the ladies that love T-Stream, he'll be back. So y'all just sit tight. Nita, I'm gonna start with you because we haven't had a chance to hear your opinion on my show. Give me your opinion of this last episode, your likes and your dislikes.
I liked it.
Uh-oh.
There were some elements that I definitely liked. I like that we're adding some more characters in there. What I wish I could get from the power writers, force writers, I need for Diamond's character to be a little stronger. I think because they're trying to make Tommy so big, it's like they're underwriting the other key players. And I really want to root for Diamond, but I feel like his storyline is kind of petering out somehow, some way. I don't know, but I go ahead.
Moochie, let's ask Nita the tough question. We're gonna do a tag team interview, Moochie.
All right.
So I feel as though, Nita, to kind of talk about what your point is, do you not feel as though that Tommy is a protagonist on this show? Is that safe to say?
Right.
Okay. Don't you kind of have a feeling that the writers want Diamond to also be a protagonist too?
Yes, I do, but in a different way. It feels like, I mean, I guess they don't want him to outshine Tommy, right? So I'm guessing that's what that is, and I still feel like he needs a form, someone that can really stand toe to toe with him and be just as smart as on his level. And I don't think that Diamond has shown that yet. Like, I just really want him. Like they said, he was in jail for 15 years. He's been reading philosophy, literature. Like, I want to see all that stuff going. And in the interview that I did with him, I asked him the reason why he's going back and forth with his brother Jenard. Is that emotional or is that strategic? And I was just like, I don't think that it's strategic. And he did admit that he has a soft spot for his brother, and is more an emotional base. And that's where the dilemma lies with, building a strong protagonist. But maybe they're trying to make him the underdog. You never know how this is going to go. But, I just really wanted them to be a little bit stronger. We got Jenard. He's like coked out. Like, I'm just like, it ain't looking too good. Even with the Flynn's, they looking kind of shaky too. I'm like, yeah.
Moochie, jump on in there, Moochie.
What do you think? Okay, I feel like they're not giving us enough with him.
Yes,
with Diamond.
With Diamond.
Okay.
It seems like he's conflicted where he wants to follow his brother, but he knows his brother is not making good decisions.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, I really like I like the way they was kind of bonding Diamond with Tommy, and I thought that was going to grow into something. And it may still. That was another one of my questions. I was just like, with Diamond making that crucial decision to go against Tommy, is that going to break the bond, or is Tommy going to say, is that just business as usual? So I'm trying to figure out, is that where Tommy's head going to go, and he's going to go close back off to Diamond, because him and Diamond was cool. So I really enjoyed that relationship, and I feel like just like that quick, they kind of broke it, and I don't feel like it was justified, because I don't even think he really rocked with Jenard like that. Like, he know Jenard is trash. I know he know in his heart of hearts, I know he knows that boy is not right.
Don't you feel like that's why they're portraying him the way they are? So my opinion on what you and Moochie just said is, they went hard with Diamond the first couple of episodes until the Serbs. So after that Serb thing is when they split up. So after that, they started diverging the characters into, you're going to have Vic doing his own thing. Diamond is trying to run CBI because he done beat his brother up and took the helm back. And of course, Tommy is trying to run his organization. And the show basically is supposed to be about Tommy, but the person who has came and supplanted Tommy is Lily. So would you rather lose some of Lily in order to get more Diamond? Because they highlighted Diamond, I would say, as much, if not more, than Lily in the first 6 episodes. And then after that Serb debacle is when they kind of split from Diamond's story. But Nita, they're taking him in a different direction with whatever is going on with this reporter. And I think that he is showing that some of the smarts he learned in jail, he's displaying with his brother by not trying to get into all this new crap his brother's trying to get him into. Do you feel any validity in what I'm saying when it comes to him, or you just want to see that dark chocolate on screen just more and more and more till we can't get enough of him?
Yeah. No, that's not what it is. Like, no,
I know Moochie.
Now. He is something to see.
Now we getting to the bottom of all this. Now we getting down to the bottom.
I mean, he good to look at, I'm saying, but
yeah, I just want him to be built up a little bit more. And I don't think that that journalist story is strong. it's weak to me. I'm sorry. It just is. I mean, I don't want her to be a plant. I don't want her to be the alphabet boys. That's too obvious. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she's that, Nita.
No, she's a journalist. They let her know what she is, and I just felt like that was just kind of weak or something. I don't know. It's okay. I'm here for the ride. I'm not. I don't have a leg in it. I'm like, ooh, I'm not waking up at midnight to watch it. No, I'm watching it the next day.
And then you feel like it like HEA said, it lacks luster.
Yeah. It could be more. It really could be more. But I'm hoping. But it's the first season, so I'm still here. I'm still on board. Yeah.
I'm here for it, and I want to watch it develop. I'll say it like that. People was like that at first with Power, and then they came aboard the second and third season.
Oh wow!
Thank you,
I was always on Power.
Yeah, I was always on, but people came on like that, and then they was following it the second and third season.
Some of the same stuff we're hearing from this season of Tommy's Power, we heard the same thing on the first Power. Like I even heard people saying it was too white. I heard that first season. It was too white. I was like, huh?
Too white.
It's too white. What do you mean? What do you mean when you say too white? And no one could ever tell me a true definition of what too white meant. I just got answers like, you know what I'm saying? What, the story too grand for your little brain? Or something? Like, what do you mean it's too white? I explain it to me. Talk to me. And no one could ever say it. And I feel like with this show, they're setting narratives where you're going to see some things probably pop off as they continue to finish it. Your main diversity lead in this thing right now is Lily. She's the main diversity lead. Jenard and Junkie Jenard and Diamond. Diamond seemed like he was going to be the main lead, and I do feel like some people are upset that they wanted someone to replace Ghost, and maybe people have put the crown on Diamond's head to be that Tommy Ghost connection, but the writers have told y'all they're going in a different direction. The new Ghost is Lily, a girl form. That's going to be the Ghost. It seems like Lily's going to be the new Ghost, and these other people are going to be ancillary players that could be good, protagonists and antagonists. I don't want them to go down the road of taking Diamond as the next Dre. I would rather see Diamond get along with Tommy. Maybe have a somewhat of an adversarial friendship, but a respect nonetheless, that when they need to come together, they come together and they run things as a unit. And I think we're going to eventually get there, but you've got to do something about Jenard, and we got to figure out how they're going to spin this love story with the reporter, because that's what I believe she is. She started out as someone that was going to be trying to get information on him, and now she done fell for that chocolate pinaline. That's what she done did.
And it ain't take her long. It ain't take her long at all. I say, God.
Nita, I don't know. I know Moochie was there, but I was telling my wife on our live when they first dropped it, I said, he beat it up so good, she bringing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That man ain't, he ain't starved for no meals for like 24 hours, which is always a great sign. He did better than Vic. Okay, yes. Vic, you got to beat it up so good that they don't wake up before you. And when they do wake up, they're going straight down there to the Waffle House and coming back with scrambled eggs, scattered, clustered, and smothered. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But
or in
now that we got you, hey, with no clothes on, just the way we like it.
Claudia rocked Vic to sleep and woke up. He woke up to a Dear John letter.
Lord have mercy. So Nita, talk to us about that Dear John letter. Nita, how'd you feel about poor Vic woke up and his love was gone? She left him a note. He's sad.
It was funny to me. It was funny. And for me, this is what I thought. Like, y'all thought that maybe Papa Flynn did the hit. I think Papa Flynn might have took her. She might be like MIA in a different way with him, just kind of like off to the side, and maybe we'll see her a little bit later. I don't know, like where is she gonna go? That's her bar. Like, who's running the bar now? Like, I don't know. I just feel like that might have been a little ploy, maybe.
Thank you. So you can get with my scheme of there's potential that she's either hostage, kidnapped, or she's put herself in position to be one of those two things. That's what I think. Because like you said, she still got to do something with that bar. Who's going to be running the bar? You know? So Moochie, jump on in there. She could have.
Yeah, she could have.
Look, after that shootout, she basically took the reins with that whole situation and bucked back at them, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you know what? I don't need all of this. Now his father coming after me because she probably think that Walter Flynn did that and not the Serbs.
Right.
So when she's like, you know what? I don't need this.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need this. I'm out.
And then, as for the club is to wash the Flynn's money. She probably said the hell with that club. You know what I'm saying? And left it. If she did go that way, she probably would have just been like, "Fuck it," you know.
Well, what was Claude wasn't thinking about the family when she petitioned her to take that $2 million and jet, because Claude had full idea that if she go, we're going to have to put somebody else in here, or we're going to have to find another way to wash some of our cash, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think she took the $2 million and bounced. I wanted maybe she said she had to leave to get her head clear.
Right.
Now, if she went out and somebody snatched up and threw in a van,
right?
Then maybe I could see that happen.
I could see that.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another perspective we're going to get. Yes. It's the sister, my sis. It's Miss K in the building.
Hey,
What's
guys.
up, Miss K?
Miss K.
What's up?
We good, man. How you feeling?
I got a whole bunch of noise just happening in the background. Just perfect timing. I'm doing good. How's everybody?
Good.
We're doing well. So let us get you in on the conversation, Miss K. I didn't get a chance to formally hear what you thought about this past episode. Let us know, how did you like it, your likes, your dislikes, and give us whatever questions you got so we can break it down.
I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I liked it. I rated it an 8. You know, I liked the Easter egg that they had in there with Reggie. Well, his name's not Reggie. Was his name Blackston? How he was like,
Black.
To be honest, I wasn't sure I was ever going to return to the shot. I was like,
Moochie. We talked about that last night.
We talked about that last night. Yeah.
Yes, I was like, I love that. See, that's the type of stuff. I mean, I know sometimes it's the small things that get me all hyped up and everything. And so a lot of people, they probably looking for all of these, grand. But for me, I just love him coming in there, and so I'm hoping that he's going to be a character to watch for, somebody that's going to bring some drama. But I want him to be a good guy though, and I don't know, I just liked the episode. I liked, even though I don't like Jenard going behind his brother's back, I like that drama build up. So
yeah, I'm with you, and I do think, Miss K, you're going to get what you want, because I think they're going to have Black double cross Jenard, because right now they got it looking like he's down for Jenard to some degree. Mm-hmm. Even though he was against Jenard really going behind his brother's back, he still was standing right there when homeboy went up there with satellite eyes. So I think at some point in time they're gonna have Junkie Jenard get into a beef with Black, and Black gonna double cross him and go right on over there to the side of Diamond. That's what I think is going to happen. So you're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you want. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my man done got rid of the Dahlia internet and then went and got his proper internet. It's the homie T-Stream. He's back in the building. What's good, T-Stream?
I don't know, man. It makes me feel like I don't pay my bill around this mother. Golly.
Man, we know you pay your bills, brother. We know you pay I done seen your house several times, man. We know you good. Tell us how you feel about this episode.
Man, I'm in on it, man. I'm in on it. I love it. For me, it was a great episode. I watched your show with J-Mo, and I heard him say that, some of his people wasn't really feeling it. And I'm saying, I'm like, how? You know, like, how can you not feel it? And but I think the events of this last episode was very much necessary because it did, like he said, propel the story on. So now we can move on. We can now begin to see different angles, you know. But overall, I enjoyed it. You know, I have absolutely no complaints about none of it. You know, I am waiting for him to off Jenard, but I can wait on that. You know what I'm saying? I can wait another episode or two.
That boy don't like no Jenard, boy. He don't like no Jenard.
I'm allergic to busters, man. And dude is like, he's like a real live one in the flesh.
Man.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
he's definitely trouble. He's trouble for sure.
Yeah. And so now I'm gonna start back with you, Moochie. Me and you kind of have an understanding. Mm-hmm. Me and you feel like Junkyard Jenard, he about to be a fiend. So Moochie, add to my statement, and then we'll pass it around to everybody on this panel about Junkyard Jenard.
I feel like, well, he got that whole vial.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Diamond take it to Tommy, he's gonna sniff that whole vial up, and he gonna be like Reggie Pina. Because remember how he came back crazy?
Yes, he did.
That might be so I don't watch.
And I also saw with Blackston, he seemed like he wanted to side more with Diamond with the whole Youngins incident.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to side with him, but he's trying. How can I say this? It was a smart decision that Diamond was making because he doesn't want to put anybody at risk where they have to go to jail, even juveniles. So that's what I respected him for that. As far as Blackston, I feel like he's gonna move and be with Diamond if this thing goes left with the whole Indianapolis, the whole what is it, Indiana?
Gary, Indiana.
The thing with Gary, I think if that, it seems like it's gonna go left.
It's
you
going
got somebody
left.
that's not right in the head that's involved with it.
Right, Moochie.
He a vet.
And you heard how they described. You heard how they describe how he got his injuries. Talking about
like he done bumped his head, so we don't know if he all there.
No, he's not. And like you said, Moochie, he going left. Both of his damn eyes going left. Talking about he a vet. Hell, he's going selling drugs.
He going left and the eye going right.
Both of them. Like I said, I call them satellite eyes because I can't tell whether they spinning or not. Nita, I'm gonna come your way. In terms of, I got a different question. I'm gonna ask you, Nita. How did you like that Tommy wanted to get a cheaper version of Dahlia that still can give you the same high, but the materials and things are gonna cost less?
You know, I think that's a bad idea. I think
on it.
It's a bad idea across the board because when you're thinking about lower level street and how people like to step on drugs to stretch them and stuff like that, that's the territory that you're getting into when you start to go, you want to knock it down and do all this other stuff. But she still has some kind of compound in there, and they keep on talking about this bad batch of drugs. I know they've said it in the season maybe 4 or 5 times already about this bad batch of drugs. So I'm just thinking, what is the recut value? What is your value, and how do people gonna make money off of it? You know what I'm saying? How the crew's gonna go out there and do their thing if this is a chemically, like a laboratory type, drug, you know what I'm saying? And certain certain compounds don't work with it. We saw how she was doing it, and it kind of blew up in their face and stuff like that. That's a doctor. Now we're talking about people like Kanan, little young Kanan, messing up the thing. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about that. You know, you got to think about it like, you know, when you're trying to stretch it down the line, when you're trying to work your crews, and what is the price? How do they make it work? How do they stretch it? Like, I don't know. I think it's a bad idea, and
I got an answer for that.
Okay,
go for
You're
it,
not going to
Moochie.
be able to stretch it because it can't combine with anything. Remember when Liliana was trying
That's
to do
what I
all of
know.
that? So
Yep.
if they try to mix this substance with anything else, it's going to destroy itself.
That's what I said.
So it's not like how can I say it? It's not like you could do it and then use it and then it'd be a side effect. Maybe they might do something like that. Like, but I mean,
but you can't move a product like that, like weight, because there's no way to break it down. There's one price for it, and that's the price. So
yeah, that's why they got rid of it. That's why.
How the crew's gonna move it? You're not gonna be foot on the ground, Tommy, moving it in the streets. But how are the people gonna make the money? So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. I know that it can't, and that's the problem that lies with them when you're trying to get into that market. You can't supply that market because they can't eat. How are they going to eat? Is my question.
Any thoughts on that, Miss K?
I just feel like it's gonna. I'm sorry, I was looking at something stupid in the comments.
Let me.
Wait a minute, Miss K.
What?
Wait a minute. You know, I got these people thinking that a halo is around your head 24/7.
No, somebody's trying to come for our necks. That's why I said what I said. I don't even want to give them the energy. They trying to come for all of us. Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, they're clearly not a part of the family, so it's all right. Yeah, all I gotta say to this is that something's gonna happen with this Dahlia, you know. So I don't want to say too much because I'm working on a theory.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I'm just waiting for stuff to really hit the fan, and you know, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay.
I don't know how long Miss Dahlia gonna last, you know.
You talking about the doctor? You think the doctor ain't gonna last?
No, I'm talking about the drug, this whole like situation.
Oh,
I don't know.
Miss K, I think the drug. So I didn't rebuttal. I'm gonna give it to T-Stream, but Miss Nita, they are planning to have premium Dahlia and the lower tier Dahlia. They're gonna have both, and I think by doing that, you're gonna be able to bring in Power Book 2, and we might see Dahlia hit the streets of Tariq's College next year. That's just the word on the street I heard. You know, so that's one thing to consider. And with that, T-Streams, I give it to you, my man.
All right. So from Tommy's side, I can definitely see why he wants to do it that way. All right.
Right.
In essence, it can equate to more money because the more people that you have use it. His concern is that, okay, yeah, the rich folks, the elite folks, the people that can buy it by the keys can get it and have access to it, but the people that's really out here where you're getting the bulk of your money from, you know, they won't have access to it. But if we did have a cheaper version and everybody could have access to it, now we got the rich, we got the poor, and we got everybody in between. So there's definitely a higher profit margin. But it's a complex drug. So, you know, of course, it definitely, the way it stands right now, it definitely excludes any type of middleman, you know, of being able to cut it and stretch it. So basically, you know, if you buy the cheaper version, then you know, okay, this is going to always net this amount every time. Okay, because there's no way to stretch it. You stretch it, that's your loss, or you try to stretch it, that's your loss because it's going to self-destruct. So they got to figure out a problem. They got to figure out a problem over that because, you know, when you make it available like that, then the streets is going to demand that you be able to cut it and stretch it and play with it and it be able to circulate. And that's the only way it's going to get that reach that he's trying to obtain. He want the whole city, and
He
and
got the manpower.
Yeah.
He don't have the manpower.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Why do you think the cartel is ran the way it's ran down there? It's a huge operation, and if you want the whole city, high and low end, I think he might just be getting in over his head. I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna have to overcome that obstacle. Now, the one thing that makes me think that it is attainable is because the doc specifically said this is something that she created to do that. All right. So if this is something that she created to do that, then she can uncreate that or do it or produce it without that effect. But in so doing, you open up the market a whole lot more to be, to have even more variance than the two that you're trying to produce. Because once you take out that protection, and it's able to be mass produced by middlemen all over the place, it's going to be 90%, 80%, 75%, 50%, 40%. And then, it'll eventually, equal itself with different variants of like crack cocaine. So, you got that good stuff that they got out there, and then you got that bad stuff out there. So, So I definitely understand where Tommy is coming from. He's a numbers guy, and that's what he's thinking. All right. But the doctor, I think they're going to be able to persuade the doctor to undo that or to do something to offset that. And in the long run, they'll take a small L, but in the bigger picture, they'll have a larger clientele base, and it would be more conducive to produce the results that he's looking for. I don't think she's with it. That's her little baby. So she don't want to, it's already in her mind that this is what it is. Let's work with what we got and use it. We got a limited client base. We can get paid with them. And I think she's looking at it through a tunnel vision. But if they're ever able to persuade her to figure that portion out, not just make it cheaper, but make it so that, so that it's not self-destruction and everybody can get paid, because it's not going to be right if they the only ones that's making money off of it. The middleman got to get something. Them your foot soldiers to the streets. And if they not getting what they think is fair to them, then they're not going to be encouraged to want to buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 50 keys, whatever it is they trying to get off of. And so they're gonna have to go to the drawing board and reconfigure that structure. That's the only way that's gonna work.
So I'm gonna reverse the oh, go ahead, Moochie.
I was gonna say they can't even produce stuff like that now, so they gotta crawl before they walk anyway.
Yeah,
that's what they were saying.
They can't produce enough stuff like that, and they right now, to me, I think getting another chemist is going to be a bad idea. I think it's going to go left.
Horrible.
I think it's going to be a bad idea. Right. I feel like she should really train Liliana real good where they know where she's working with her like that.
Mm-hmm. So let me pose this question to the great panel, and I'll reverse it. I'll start with Ms. K. Considering they need someone else to help with Tommy's organization, he's got a lot of needs. He needs foot soldiers. He need dudes on corners. He need bosses on those bosses. He need someone else, a chemist. He needs a lot. Right now, I've said the title of my thumbnail is she is the most valuable person in power right now. Reason being is that she's the one with the brains to augment the formulas for this drug. She made a lesser tier version. They still got the primo version. Who can Tommy get to help out with his organization? Is 2-Bit a good fit to come and do anything with this Dahlia? That's why I went to you first, Miss K. I know. That's why I went to her first. That's exactly why I went to her first.
I don't know about him. I mean, I don't know. He gives me grimy vibes. I just can't with him. He gives me grimy vibes. I just don't feel like he's somebody that can completely be trusted. And they already got to watch Claudia, so I would not bring 2-Bit into the circle at all.
So, Miss K, who would you bring into the circle? Glow, Vic, Diamond? Who can Tommy trust to bring into his organization to help it start growing?
I think he could mess with Diamond.
Okay.
I feel like Vic is too caught up in Glow.
Yeah.
Glow
his
cannot,
nose wide open.
Yeah, Glow cannot, because then that's mixing business with pleasure. She mess around and freaking screw Tommy on the chemist table or whatever. So I don't know. Even though they claim to be in love and everything, she still let Tommy,
smash couple of times at that. Smash.
Smash. She let Tommy smash more than once. Okay, so I don't know
feel
about
like
her.
Tommy about to mess up again, Miss K. I feel like look at this. You're getting high on your own supply, and as a chemist and a doctor, I can tell you right now. My wife was telling me about how they do their lab tests and stuff. Whoever be making drugs, they don't test the drug when they make it. They have lab rats test the drug, man.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And it got them so messed up. You had Claude looking like the Walking Dead having an orgasm. That's what you look like if you dead busting a nut. That's what you look like, just like that.
Okay, so can I say? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Take the floor.
I was gonna say a little part of what I wanted to say with my theory is that I feel like, you see how they said the first one was very clean.
Yeah,
I feel like this one might have some side effects.
Okay.
And so that's all I'm gonna say with that one.
Yeah, that's not too much of a giveaway. That's not too much, because a lot of us thinking that. So Nita, how you feeling about Tommy trying to get his organization put together? And I'm gonna give you a picture of some people I think are gonna have to wind up being in the organization before we get to the Mooch. So we got his nephew. He done had a fight with Marshall. I think he's gonna have to get involved. Yep. And we got one more person who's begging for a job, and he's begging for his damn money.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. JP.
Oh, it's a whole family affair, huh?
Oh, man.
It's a family affair. Take it away, Nita.
I guess. Lord, Tommy, I'm just like, baby, it's not. Listen, y'all heard from me. I'm not confident in this team that he is building. I'm not confident with these moves that he is making. I see disaster on the horizon. That's just it. Unless the writers, bring some rainbows out the ass, like they said. We said, what do you say, rainbows and stuff out the ass?
Mm-hmm.
Talking to JP, I'm not.
I don't see nothing wrong with JP.
I don't see nothing wrong with JP either.
I don't feel like he's like some kind of screw up or nothing.
I don't think so either. I just I feel like he's gonna keep him far away from it because he lost Ghost and he doesn't want to lose anybody close that he considers family.
Right.
It's too late for that. It's too late for that, Moochie and Nita, because the person that's keeping this whole glue together, that's his new Ghost, is Lily. And he already done proved he weak for her. He already done showed that when the Serbs had her.
Right.
Lily is basically family to him. She's the voice of reason. And damn if she didn't have a superhero woman strut when she fucked up her husband in the club. that was a superwoman strut. If I ever seen one, she was doing it. So T-Strings, jump on in here. Girl. Who do Tommy need to recruit to get his organization moving? Mooch, you on that?
Honestly, man, I'm gonna have to agree with Miss K. I think Diamond is probably the most qualified one. I was just looking at the comments, and I saw someone make a comment about JP characteristics, and while that can be right, they really don't have them. I don't know, they don't have them. I don't see that street cred. He might be there here. But Tommy, he really lacking on the manpower that's needed. And to pull this off, you just can't pull anybody out of anywhere. I mean, that's the one that if I had to pinpoint one problem out of the whole show, that would be the problem.
Yeah, hold on.
The cruise is flaky, you know. when you even small crews out there that's getting money and into the street hustle and all that stuff, it's weird. Like, the cousin from out of town, it ain't no freaking way I'd have did business with him. I'd have had to ask him, what the fuck you keep smiling for? Like, I mean, the whole cruise is jacked up. I mean, really. Cruise is like really jacked up around here, man. And so he has a serious problem because he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
All right. That's obvious. He can't do it by himself, and he's going to need manpower. But you want to have the right people. But I'm gonna tell you what, even though I did say Diamond, because I think it's getting ready to come full circle right back to him through him and Jenard. I don't know. You may be on to something with him, with Jenard, because he was a little too happy about it. He was
Junkyard Jenard
about it. So to me, that he's searching to repeat that. He's searching to repeat that high. That clean high that let him stroke for a couple of hours. He wants to repeat that. And if that's what he's searching for, then he already on the wrong path.
And T Streams talk about how Jenard messed up and got high on Dahlia as he was losing something in the other orifice of his body. He never gonna be able to get any one of them highs ever again. Not combined. Never.
No. And that's unfortunately that's the addictive power with most of these mainstream drugs, and a lot of recovered addicts will let you know they really spent their whole time, years, trying to find that first blast. Boom.
Yeah.
Right.
Now Moochie, it's time for you to hit them with the theory me and you worked on that tie this whole thing together. That's going to be out of left field. But the more me and Moochie sit back and we observe what's going on, the more it's looking like me and Moochie's theory is going to come true. But before you do that, Moochie, let me remind you guys, Paulina wins. She played My Own Power. She'll be here tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, taking questions, talking about her time on the show. I've even got a few surprises for her about earlier in her career. It's going to be fun. She is fabulous. She has a great social media presence. You guys need to check her out. Come see this interview tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Moochie, hit them with that 1-2 theory we got about who Flynn is related to and how that's going to help Tommy.
Look, it's going to help because y'all know that Walter Flynn is dying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everybody's wondering why he ain't touched Tommy after the Serbs came after him.
Mm-hmm.
When he went in that restaurant and took the Serbs out, he said, anyone comes near me and my family, and I'm considering he's saying Tommy too. I picked up on that. I could be running with things because I tend to do that at times, but that's what I picked up on when he went.
That's what we do.
My family.
That's what we
do. I feel like they're related.
Mm-hmm.
When if K comes, this is when the whole theory is going to be exposed. Now, I'm just hoping that we don't have like a whole Game of Thrones thing and Claudia sleeps with Tommy.
Mooch, it might be too late for that, Mooch.
When you like
the Mooch,
I think that's the move. Actually, I think that's the
face.
move. That is the move.
That's going to be the face she's going to reveal after she found out she slept with her third cousin, Tommy.
He's my cousin.
So Nita, if he is related to Flynn and they finally decide to come together with the Dahlia, that's his pipeline, that's his manpower. He might have to recruit a few more, but that's going to be all Tommy need to go ahead and take that lead. That's where me and Moochie coming from with it.
Okay.
Right there.
I got that. I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so let me talk to y'all a little bit about if y'all want to talk about this person. I know some of
Cousin
y'all
Eye.
don't. No, I ain't gonna talk about Orbit Eye. No, we ain't talking about him. We want to talk about this lady who she started doing a job and didn't realize it. Don't act like you ain't listened to Atlantic Star Secret Lovers and that lady big hair back in the 80s. Because that's exactly what this looked like. Secret Love.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm gonna start with you on this one, T Stream.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
How do you feel about the way they spinning the reporter? Because at first, she went in there and it was supposed to be all about work. And then when she got that work put on her, now she's in love with a drug dealer.
Oh, snap. And she don't mind.
That's usually how it happens.
Right.
People care. Y'all women are.
Sure don't.
So what's up, T Streams? How you feeling about Adrian the reporter?
Say, man, that's usually how it happens. They call that come drunk. She out there. So at first I thought she was I thought she was actually out to get him, but then she turned around and caught feelings, and so I'm not sure how much pressure she's gonna be getting from that other lady. I still wouldn't trust her, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised at the level of the game that he positioned in that he moving so carelessly with
bruh.
They eating out your plate at first sight, and
yeah, that was like
like
they should have went to the Mosey Wozy, yo. They should have went to the motel.
Right.
Why you
What I
bring her
about to
back
say
to
the
your
Mosey
house?
Wozy? What the
yeah, but see,
Mosey?
in his position,
That's why I said it.
in his position, he's an asset, a target, and he should move with that always in mind. Even when it comes to women, I don't know what he thinking. That's I don't know. He's showing a lot of weaknesses. I like him.
So
but
that's what Nita was saying. He's showing softness, T Streams. And do you think it's because he spent all them years in jail? Maybe he needed that itch scratched. But even if you need the itch scratched, which a lot of dudes who in the streets do, they still put money over the females unless it's their baby mama. And in some cases, even the baby mama don't even get ranked up there when it comes to the money. He risking it.
Yeah. I'm not understanding what type of character development they ride with him. They make him cool, but in his he not taking full authority of his position.
Okay.
His little brother talking to him all sideways, and then that right there alone can cause disruption in other places. That's why other people in the crew don't mind to side with his brother, because his brother appears to be the strong one vocally, and then those type of slips. If she was a straight op, he would have been gone. She could have poisoned the man food, slit his throat after laying with him, all kind of crazy stuff.
Bruh. Miss K, jump on in here and talk about Miss I'm gonna get you sucker. You on mute, Miss K.
Sorry, I don't think she's giving him up.
I don't either.
I don't think she is.
She gonna feed him. She said, oh, you can get the Pulitzer Prize, this and that. She's probably like, all right, I'm gonna feed you something, but it ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna, put him in any kind of situation. So I don't know. I don't think so. I already said she's gonna be in a compromising situation, and I just feel like she's gonna choose him. I think it's gonna be there's definitely gonna be some drama involved. But I think at the end of the day, she's going to make sure that she protects him. And she could possibly die in the process. I hate that, but that's how this stuff go. But yeah, I could see her probably trying to protect him so much that it cost her own life.
Possibly.
Neither.
Somebody
What if Rojas gets her killed?
Uh-oh.
Gosh.
I'm itching to see Rojas. Rojas is fiending too. I'm itching to see him get some of that wheelchair action. Let somebody get on that wheelchair and spin in a circle with him.
I don't know if he's gonna get action. I don't know. I feel like he might send people, but I don't know if he's gonna get no action. But we'll see. Never know.
Hey, Nita, jump
how much
on
time
in
he got in there.
Moochie had a question before I jump.
Oh, go for it, Mooch.
I forgot. I forgot what I was going to say.
Nita.
You know what I did?
This
is what I was going to say.
Okay.
Jenard might hurt her.
Oh, yeah.
If he's following him and stuff like that, and he follows them, if something like that happens, he might hurt her.
You notice how he mentioned the girl, and I don't even think Diamond had a chance to even really tell him about the girl.
Yes.
I was like,
but Diamond didn't mind. He didn't say, "How did you know?" See, that's what I'm talking about with the show.
He ain't checking.
It's like they be doing. It's like they be doing all of this off-screen stuff. Like, we need to see things when y'all talk about it. Like, come on now.
I agree.
Now y'all got us guessing over here that y'all must have had that brotherly conversation. Okay, but you right, Nita. I'm sorry. He do give off them vibes from Jason's lyric.
Yeah.
You will know. Black Men United. I remember the whole album.
Like she taking you away from me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, Miss K. Look how he treated Tommy. Look how he treated Tommy.
He's so jealous.
He ran up in there this episode talking about his brother ain't thinking clearly because the poo nanny got his brain open and the brother ain't even talked to him about it. How you even know
That's
I'm
what
getting
I'm trying to figure out.
Like, bruh. Like, can you mind
maybe he's glowing. I don't know. Maybe he's glowing.
Bruh.
Maybe his brother sees something.
Yeah, mind your business. It's okay for you to be out here in the limo, getting the Dahlia and then getting the cookie. It's okay for you to be doing that, right? But your brother who's been locked up for 15 years can't get none without you being all judgmental.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And look, that would have worked if it was my theory from last week, and I said that Jenard sent her as a distraction. But we found out that she's a journalist, so that's not the angle. If that was the angle, him knowing about it, he probably would have told on himself. To me, he told on himself. But with the journalist thing, they're going a different way, but they wrote it something, another way.
Right.
I'm with that. And I will get you guys all out of here on this. Shout out to all 405 people that came in. We love you guys. We appreciate you with a passion. Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow to check out Paulina Wynn. She played on the show as Mai, and we'll talk about who has ownership of that chemical lab now that she is officially dead. I'm going to go around the whole panel. I'm going to start with Mooch. What is going to happen to Paulie's son when he get a hold of Dahlia? Because that's coming. That's imminent. It's imminent that the son is going to get it.
Remember, the expensive strand is on the street, so ain't no telling who he gonna rob to get this drug. So he might get jammed up, like I said.
He about to burn Chicago down.
He might get jammed up. I need money. That's how he was saying it to his father. Yeah, you got any money? I need money.
It's going to be a burning bed in Chicago.
Yes.
It's on you, Nita. It's on. Now you remember, Paulie did give his son a knot of money. I don't know how much money it was, but it was a knot. When is he gonna find this son somewhere in the corner, butterball naked, strung out, with the Dahlia?
Lord, hopefully in season 2. Hopefully it won't happen no time soon because it's not realistic for me. Like they didn't even get the high end off the ground yet to be messing around. Y'all go ahead and keep going with the old school. Y'all keep doing that. He need to focus. He need to focus. I just want him to focus. And I hope Paulie's son don't get it because that's gonna be That's gonna be a wrap.
I don't think he's gonna get a hold of it yet because
Yeah.
he's still in the club scene.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Now it's
no
too
time
soon.
soon.
Yeah.
Miss K.
And
Rush it.
I agree. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to get it. I think they're probably reserving him to be used as their end to get Polly wrapped up with the feds for him. If the son is all strung out any more than what he is right now,
Right.
he's
no
basically
good.
useless.
He's no good.
And they'll rip any of his testimony really apart. And so they need to, if he do get a hold to it, I really don't think that that's going to be the arc for his particular character. I can't see it, but who knows? This is freaking Power. He might get rehabilitated and be over the whole Flynn operation for all we know.
That's where I was going. That's where my theory goes. If you see him come back and he's like, Dad, I went to rehab and I'm a changed man. Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Miss K, last word go to you before I say sayonara.
Yeah. For when it comes to Paulie's son, that was the question you had, right? About Paulie's son.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless you want to talk about orbit eyeballs.
No, that's fine. That's fine. With Paulie's situation and his son, we are going into episode 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with Nita. I don't see anything happening unless I could see on the last episode, Moochie's theory coming true with him walking through with the suit on and everything, and then that's it. But they're gonna continue. That's basically like a cliffhanger, and then they'll have something for setting it up for season 2. But as far as anything really coming out of that, no. I would love for them to reveal the situation with D-Mac and his father JP.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Dragging that out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm pretty much waiting for.
What is it?
They got us on
10
the drip
episodes?
with that. 10 episodes, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And we're almost to the finish. But ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. You can get more content. Everybody up here has a YouTube channel. Everybody link is in video description. T-Streams is on Facebook, putting up comedic stuff. You need to go check him out. And we are still talking about this show right here. And I know y'all didn't find as much comedy in it as I did, but you know what? I can laugh at myself. But I'm going to show it to you anyway.
You gonna stop us? You're too skinny. This other one, though. So, man, he gonna stuff you. Ron.
Dude,
that's my show.
There's a tiger in here.
I can watch that on a loop. I can watch that on a loop.
Well, let me give it to you one more time before we
do stuff us. You're too skinny. This other one, though. So, man, he gonna stuff you.
Run.
Man, oh my God. I died. Bro, when I was recording that to put it out here, I was falling out I was like, oh my God, oh my God, they got me good. But ladies and gentlemen, this crew's gonna be back Friday night to rebuttal this next episode of Snowfall, which is part 2 of the same title from this last episode. So be sure to come check us all back out on Friday. That's gonna do it for us.
Raymond Fuse, go watch Moochie's her theory.
Watch my theory, Raymond Fuse. It's on my channel.
Her link in description. Her link in description. They be putting out that fire till that next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow with Paulina Wynn. I'll see you guys.
See you guys.